Hello everybody and welcome back to
Mario Kart 8!
And in this video I'm being joined by RexTempus. Hello.
Hello, it's a great day for a race.
Yes it is. And in this episode we're going to be, I'm going to deviate a little bit because I said I was going to do 200cc for the last 4 rounds, but it was just too hard to, because you really gotta focus with that one. And 150cc is also a little bit too difficult, so, you know, I'm going to just completely break it. We're just going to go ahead and do 100 again.
Hey, it's your video. You can do whatever you want, except we're going to be talking about Princess Peach.
Well, if they're going to do that, I want to do the cool one.
Oh, well, that's fine. You have one of 4 options. You could be like Cat Peach, Baby Peach. Don't you have to have a pink card if you're going to be Peach? I know there's a few options, like the pink tennis shoe, but that doesn't seem royal enough. Where's the pink high heel or something?
Oh, there's a chariot.
Oh, sure, why not?
For once, we're going to go with the theme. There we go.
Oh, is Bowser like chasing her? Like
Wario wears gold mine. Wasn't that? Huh? I thought we already did that. Yeah, we did that.
I don't know. Maybe we did it for because of the Hyrule Circuit. We did it for Link.
Can you check that?
Yeah, no, we did it for the first one.
So we did the Triforce Cup from the very first one. Wow, that's weird.
So maybe we haven't done the Mario?
So we've never actually did the very first one. Yeah, wow, okay. That's odd. But we didn't. Wow, that very first episode. We're just going to go in all weird mixed orders this episode.
Yes. Well, to be fair, when we first did it, I don't think you realized you're going to make this such a long series.
Yeah.
I think it was only because of, like, what, Mario Day that you were, like, decided to revisit Mario Kart, but...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I feel about the whole metallic peach thing, but... Well, we're here now. Okay.
Shiny.
Yeah, so the reason I wanted to kind of do a video on...
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Peach, and I, like, you know, when we talked about, like, after the, you know, Mario movie, like, I had a few topics, and this was one. Because I know for, you know, a lot of people, like, Peach is kind of like this sort of weird anomaly, if you will, because, you know, I mean, people have some very strong ideas about who she is, but generally as a character, she's kind of all over the place, because, you know, in the first movie, you know, she was just, you know, just a damsel in distress, because Mario needed a motivation.
By movie, you meant game, but in the first game, yes.
Yeah, the very first Super Mario Brothers game, you know, sorry, you know, Mario, but our princess in another castle. Because, you know, when, I guess, Shigeru Miyamoto was making all these games, you know, if he needed a motivation, it's like, save a princess. You know, because I guess most people can understand saving royalty.
Yeah.
He didn't have room for a complex plot.
And he doesn't like complex plots. So
Yeah,
much so that he doesn't have continuity in his game, I think is kind of how to interpret the anomalies, if you will.
Yeah, and then of course, like the second time Peach shows up, she's a hero, and that's again a bit of a issue because of you know, Super Mario 2 isn't actually Super Mario 2 or Super Mario Brothers 2, because technically it was a game based on like Arabian Tales, you know.
It was more of a ROM pack than anything.
Yeah, it was yeah. I mean, it was a Nintendo product, but they just changed the characters.
Yeah.
It would be interesting if they ever put those characters back in somewhere, like maybe a sports game or something.
And there's a one time where Peach has bipolar disorder because she uses emotions to progress in a game.
Yeah, a Super Princess Peach. So, I mean, she's been a hero before. It wasn't just like the one time was a fluke. You know, I mean, what, some of the Super Paper Mario games, I think, included her as a hero in one way or the other.
Yeah, like the 3D one. Yeah.
Yeah, Super Paper Mario, you know, she was a hero. Was it, I think, Thousand Year Door? She, you know, like, had little mini mission. Like, oh, you have to bake a cake to distract the guards. You have to go find the ingredients or, you know, little things like that. And then you were back to the Mario, so...
Well, I think you're thinking about more canon than Miyamoto did.
Well, at the moment, I'm not even thinking about canon so much as just history.
Oh.
You know, like, I'm not trying to come up with a story of how or why it happened. That is a pretty cool, launch
for
there.
once. For once,
Yeah.
it actually does look. They pick a cool one. Because there was one time where it exploded.
I mean, I guess, ultimately, I mean, this is going to take us... I mean, she is a princess, so people are like, oh, she's, sweet, she's, this damsel in distress, and she should never be the hero, but it's like, if she's a princess, she's supposed to have some amount of strength, like, I take care of my toads.
Oh, hey, look! RexTempus! It's these
What?
people! The shell people from Mario Kart!
Yeah.
Master Mario.
The Piantas, or...
No, they're...
Noki?
I don't remember. Yeah, I guess they're the Nokis.
Yeah, they're Nokis, yeah. Yeah!
I knew
Yeah,
that was happen. I was afraid that was
Super
gonna happen.
Mario Sunshine.
Yeah,
so, yeah
they got a nice Super Mario Sunshine here. There they are in the submarine.
Yeah, so go watch that series, or if you will, because that's
We're
more.
doing the entire game.
Yeah, we're doing all Mario games. Next we'll be doing like Dr. Mario and
Original Mario 64.
or Mario Brothers, the very first, or
Yeah.
Donkey Kong.
I mean, I do want to do all those too. Yeah.
You really want to do Donkey Kong?
I mean, it's not gonna be that long.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, it's just this idea of like Princess Peach, and then of course you have like people like wanting to cosplay her, or doing like fanfic of her, usually pretty horrible.
Please, let's
But
not.
yeah, we're not talking about that. But it's just the idea that like who is Princess Peach? It's kind of like the question that there's not really an answer to if you think about it, because she's kind of like whatever the game needs.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's kind of exactly how all Mario, like we talked about before, Mario games are more about gameplay above all else.
Yeah. But, then of course when we talk about the Mario movie, one can't help but mention the idea of like that interpretation. Like Princess Peach is now like, or she was like perfect at the one obstacle course that took Mario like all night to almost finish.
Well, we talked about how she lived there for, all of her life, which, probably, 20 plus years?
Give her, I'd say, yeah, approximately.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, she understood just the general rules and the physics and things like that.
There are laws of the
Mario,
universe, which, are completely different, apparently.
Somehow, yes, they are.
They have floating platforms. Yeah, there's no one consistent thing. Unlike Luigi, though, Luigi kind of has a very specific standard, scared but brave when he needs to be in the face of adversary or saving Mario.
Right, yeah.
But
Mario's like sort of the straightforward stalwart hero. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty cool. And then, I know, like, with the movie, I guess, some people are like, oh, she's too much of a girl boss. It's like, well, she is a princess.
Well,
of course, she's going to be a little bit.
Actually, she really wasn't that much. It'd be a different category that she's in. Girl boss is not the right one. But
that's just the one that gets tossed around.
I still like how they did, because that was my fear of it, and it was alleviated after I watched it. They did not do that to her. Nintendo was right to step in.
Oh, yeah, they wanted her to be, like, much more, like...
Mary Sue.
Yeah. Or Mary Jane? Mary Sue?
No, it's Mary
One
Sue.
of those. Okay. I'm not going to argue, because you're probably right. Oh, look, it's little kid.
It's Toad Gingerbreads. That's hilarious.
Oh, it's the Mushroom Kingdom's version of Sugar Rush.
Oh, my... Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, I remember we were talking about that with the Mario movie, with its success, and we were talking about how, what's the next one? And most likely, it would, and like everyone wants Donkey Kong.
Sure.
I don't know, I still had like some more thoughts from that. For the next one, I think, if it's going to be Nintendo, if it's going to be a completely different game, I think The Legend of Zelda is going to be the obvious next choice, because not only is it like their second most known thing, because like when you think of Nintendo, you think of Mario,
Zelda.
The Legend of Zelda, and Pokemon, which I know Pokemon isn't official, but, they still think of that as far as the Pinnacle 3.
Right.
I think in that, and not only that, but everybody wants it. Like, everyone's talked about it. Everyone's made like fake trailers for it, concepts, and I think it'd be
fan movies. Yeah,
and I think it'd do really well if done really well. Oh no! I guess the only thing that I would be worried about is, can they do it? Like, mostly Illuminations, because they were good at making the Mario movie, but I'm not sure if story is necessarily their strong suits. Animation definitely seems to be, and gags like that, but I'm not sure if they're best with story.
They're, much more whimsical sort of company, you know, I guess, and I see what you mean, but I mean, I guess if you look at Despicable Me, that might be, kind of their more story-driven.
The very first one, that was a good story, good movie.
Right.
But I don't know if it's necessarily in-depth as it would need to be for Legend of Zelda 1.
Right.
And also, like, would they start out with, like, the very first one, which would be Skyward Sword, or, here, right in the same spot, too! Which I guess makes sense, since question blocks are location-based.
Well, my thought is, when they are going to make, like, a Legend of Zelda movie, I would think that they would probably do something similar to Mario, where they just kind of take the most well-known elements.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, are they going to do Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time, or would they do Breath of the Wild, which actually kind of combines all the timelines back together?
I don't know. But I think the core elements of, like any good Legend of Zelda game is Link, Zelda, Ganon, the Triforce. You at least have to have those 4 elements.
Master Sword.
And possibly a quest to gather the pieces of the Triforce, because, I mean, that's always seemed weird to me, because, like, most of the time when you think of, like, powerful objects like that, you don't think they can be broken up into 8 pieces.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that actually happened until Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll go in the old days with the CDI game.
Lamp oil.
Where there's only 2 Triforce pieces.
Yeah, well, I mean, the very first Zelda game there was just the 2, the Triforce of Power and the Triforce of Wisdom. And I think one of them was broken up into pieces. And that's what your quest was, find the 8 pieces to save Zelda, to defeat Ganon. Yeah. And then the second one was Zelda was asleep and you had to get something to break a curse. I never played them. I did try playing the original Legend of Zelda game a few times.
I tried to too, but they're very hard back in the old days.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They're pretty
unforgiving because
they're pretty brutal, and they require a lot of, exploration, which, I mean, that was the whole point of why the games were made, was because, Miyamoto was going off of his childhood love of exploring.
Yeah.
So.
Which, it's kind of funny because, Zelda games used to be linear. Okay, guys, I get it. You want me to get hit. Jeez.
Yeah, in fact, of course, that was one of the main complaints after a while was, why should I have to go in a line? But, if you're going to craft like a story, you almost have to have some things be linear.
Because that was definitely missing from the
Breath of the Wild.
Here we go. There we go. Woohoo! It's gone.
Yay! And you got a coin for it.
Yes.
For a refund.
What a nice trade-off.
Yes.
I'm going to travel with the wheel this time.
Okay.
I most of the time don't.
Technically it's a cog, but there you go.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
The thwomp.
It bumped me. Thankfully I didn't get squished.
So, like I said, I don't think they would necessarily do any particular game, but, they'll probably use some of the locations, like, Death Mountain for Gorons, Lake Hylia with its, was it the Rito? Things like that. Those are some of the more well-known parts. The Kakariko Village. But, I mean, there are also elements of, like, say, Legend of Zelda, like...
That thwomp was buried!
Yeah. the time travel aspect, honestly, you probably wouldn't want to put into a Legend of Zelda movie just
so I don't
because,
think,
you know...
Yeah, I don't think Ocarina of Time, despite
yeah.
everyone's, would really want it. I'm
Oh,
traveling with
yeah.
it!
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's, you know, like, for a long time, it was the gold standard of games. But,
Yeah.
again, you gotta keep it down to, like, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the most.
Still, I think
Yes.
Breath of the Wild could be a good way to start, because, like I said, it kind of introduces a little bit of everything. It's well known. It's one of the most popular games now in gaming history. I dodged it by going off a cliff.
Well, one game you really couldn't start with is, what's that one? Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
You know, where Link is
Whoa,
wolf most of the
that
time,
was
because you have to show Link, as a human for most of it, because, you know, for you to care about the fact that he's been turned into a wolf, I think.
Yeah. But I think that would be, I think that'd be really cool if they started out with, Breath of the Wild, and, you know, like we talked about before, you know, all these Mario movies, oh wow, he got really close to winning. In fact, that banana didn't help me at all.
And then, of course, if you talk about, you know, going back to what we first started and where we're at now, just that reliance of, oh, let's make everybody a princess. You know, I mean, how many princesses does Mario hang out with? You know, he's got, like, Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, Princess Rosalina, and then, of course, Link has, you know, Princess Zelda, but then there's, like, was it the one,
Rito.
Midna was a princess, and the Princess Rito of the Rito.
I guess, that'd be kind of interesting to also see, because Mario, he was a human going to the Mushroom Kingdom. Would just the Legend of Zelda be him already there, and then everything takes place?
Well, he wouldn't be in the Mushroom Kingdom.
That's not my... That's not my point. My point is he going to travel to there, or is he going to already exist there? And we learn about it through some other means.
I think he has to start in a small village. Like either, you know, was it the Kakiri village from Ocarina of Time, or the Ordon village from Twilight Princess, something like that. Small village. He's a hero of destiny. He's summoned to go help the Princess Zelda. She's not there. She's been captured or something. I don't know. And then he has to get the Triforce.
Yeah, that's all speculation. So, but you know, hopefully it'll be. Hopefully, you know, maybe they'll answer soon, but probably not. What's the next E3? I don't know.
Yes.
It'd be cool to see what they do next. But yeah, I think that's a perfect time to end the episode. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!
Bye!
Yes. Come on. I did it! I broke it! Haha! I finally successfully used it. I not only broke the blue shell, but I also broke the green shell that I threw in front of me. Oh, I'm gonna go fancy here. I did it! It paid off! I've almost lapped someone. Do you see that? Oh man! I can see them in front of me.